good, because that's a tough one when you look at it.
No.
Podcast. Richard, come together again. We're all about the liquor and the tasty gems. We would like to invite you in the silly minds we live in. Welcome to the show.
Do you know?
I'm just gonna go for
Welcome
it.
to the show.
Seriously?
What I think it is.
Okay, just go. I'm not gonna sing.
No, you have to.
Show.
Oh, I see.
Shit, it's over. You can bet in mid-October I will still be ranting by most early May.
He's a winner. He's a goddamn sinner. You know what my favorite part is?
No.
When he goes, you can't trust a man who's a governor, and
Yeah,
you
that
can't trust me.
That's a really good part. Yeah.
He said, you can't trust a man who's a governor, right? And he
Right.
goes, you can't trust a man who's a governor.
With a gun at all.
Fucking bullshit. Is that true?
God, I mean,
I really thought it was governor.
and I'm glad it wasn't, because he coated our sundae with chocolate shell.
So if you don't know who that was, you done got props.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Educate yourself. Oh, Glassjaw.
Glass Jizzy.
Yep.
Hi, dude.
Jizzy. What's up, brother?
Love you.
Love you too.
So glad we're doing this tonight.
Yes.
On
Yeah.
a Wednesday morning night.
It's just yeah.
Another Wednesday morning night,
Here we are, morning night.
bringing you the fucking Dick and Boonies your favorite podcast. Oh, the Dick and Boonies podcast. And let me tell you something. You two and everybody out there in Wednesday land, because it is Wednesday. Unless you listen
We
to
start
it on
doing that.
unless you listen to it on Thursday,
Then it's Thursday.
Then it's Thursday to you.
Yep.
But we appreciate all the support, you guys. You have been subscribing to things, you've been sharing things and liking things.
Spreading the love. And they tell two friends, and they tell two friends,
Oh.
and so on, and so on.
So you know what we should do is probably get a special shout out to Christina Weigand. Do you know who she is?
Of course I do.
Thank you, Christina, and thank you
Spreading
for
the love.
sharing the podcast with Joy, Sarah, and
Tammy.
Whammy Wow. Heard
Tammy
she's
got a little extra than the other ones.
heard she's got a great rack.
Ooh.
I didn't,
Woo.
but I'll bet she does.
All right.
Ooh.
Woo.
Tammy, Joy, and Sarah.
Sarah. Thank you.
Did I already say welcome
Thank
to
you,
another
ladies.
episode of the Dick and Boonies podcast?
It's not too late.
All right, so
Yeah.
that's it. We did it.
It's Wednesday morning night.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. So,
What's up, man?
I am a delivery driver,
Right.
okay?
Yep.
Like Ace Ventura 1.
Mm-hmm.
I've already
You
acted.
deliver those packages of tomatillos and shit.
Yep.
Sounds broken.
HDS coming through. Actually, no, I work for it's not that kind of we've talked about it a million times. It's a food distribution company. And so
Let's talk about something you'll never be.
so I parked my vehicle. Okay? If you can picture a parking lot, what?
Dude.
Already?
Yeah, because it's like the saga of Richard and his truck.
Bro, this
It's
is
amazing.
Bro, this is about to get like social
It's gonna get lit.
no. Fuck, bro. I'm not good with the smart words.
You're better than I am.
It's okay. So it takes a weird turn that actually ended up being really lovely.
Cool.
But so this is the state of our country right now, wrapped up into a quick synopsis. I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain. So I park my truck, right? And sometimes I park my truck in a way where I grab the thing, and then when I walk to go do the delivery, I have to walk across the cross traffic in the parking lot.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, the main right of way in the parking lot.
And so I usually peek my little head around to make sure a car isn't coming and isn't going to run me right over. Okay, I did not do this because I was acting in haste. All right? I wanted to get my shit done, and so I just walked right out. Totally 100% my fault, okay? I'm also dramatic as fuck, right?
Makes it better, though.
So I'm a dramatic person in the podcast and in real life. Okay.
Yeah.
Because basically you're just getting me all the time. Okay. So dramatic ass me walks out and a car is coming. Not even that fast, but just like parking lot speed. What is that? 10 miles an hour?
No.
Right? And
It's
so
less, I think.
So I've got
I don't know.
So I got a couple of cases
Depends.
in my hands.
Other people
and
making haste.
You want me to look it up?
No.
Yeah, look it up. What is it?
What are you supposed to go?
It's got to be like 5, right?
I think.
So I walk right out, and a car is coming, and I go ah! Like this. I go ah!
So did you have a dolly?
I didn't have a dolly. I just had 2 cases in my arms because it was
Okay.
2 cases. It was
Okay.
nothing. And so ah! And I kind of ah! You know what I mean? I don't know.
You've hit that same thing every time.
The same note?
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Chance over. You can't trust the man who's got it all. Okay, so.
Super close.
Okay, so the man behind the wheel is an African American man.
Yeah.
He goes, that was not my fault. That was not my fault. And I just go, are you serious, bro? And he gets out of his car and starts walking towards me and goes, that was not my fault. I don't know. He's like, you're freaking out. I don't know why you're freaking out. That was not my fault. Blah. And I go, okay. I go, hold on a second. And he's like really
Amped
up
Yeah.
and like breathing hard. And you could see on his face that he was like not stoked.
Right.
Because a white boy just walked out in the middle of the road, acted like a total fucking lunatic.
Right.
Right? And it was not. I walked. First of all, I was parked incorrectly. Straight up was parked in a spot I shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And then secondly,
You
I
weren't
didn't
looking.
look.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he's like getting all fucking up. And I was like, bro. First of all, I was like, are you serious right now? He's like, hell yeah, I'm serious. He's like, this is bullshit. I didn't do it. And then I was like, hold on. I go, okay, stop. I'm sorry. I go, that was my fault. And he just goes, oh my God. And he was like out of breath, like, oh my God. And I was like, dude, it's fine. I go, that was my bad. You know, as we're having this conversation, the lady that it was a Potbellies I was delivering to,
Yeah.
walks up and goes, can I get my packages? As I'm like holding it. And so I'm having this conversation.
Yeah.
And
Did you drop the shit? Like, did
No,
it go everywhere?
no, I
You still
held
had
it.
it.
I had her sign the little sheet, and then I just handed her the packages, and then we went back to talking. I went back to talking to this guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am so sorry. He goes, man, you freaked out. He's like, you acted all crazy. He goes, right now, as a black man, and you're a white man, this could have been really bad. And he's like, I didn't want to get blamed for anything. He's like, I'm constantly worried. All the time I'm worried about having this kind of interaction with people. And I was like, bro, we're good.
Yeah.
I go,
bad.
that was my fault.
Yeah.
And he fucking gave me the biggest hug.
Wow.
And I was just like, dude. And I go, is this actually how you feel? I at that point I was like, all this stuff that's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement, with all the injustices that are happening, as 2 white guys that are so far separated from having any of those types of things happen to us. Yes, are we in support of the movement? Are we in support of equality for everybody? Of course.
Right.
But we can't ever really feel it.
Right.
Since this whole thing happened, was like the first time that I truly felt not what it was like.
You got a dose of it.
Not what it was like, but the severity of the situation for the black community.
You got a dose of their...
He was just straight up, like, fuck no.
Yeah.
You're not going to do this to me. And like,
Yeah.
he told me he was like already having a bad day. He said he's just always worried about it.
Wow.
Saying the wrong thing, having a wrong interaction with somebody to call him out and this and the other thing. And like, we're in the middle of the parking lot. we had held up traffic at this point,
yeah.
having this conversation, but I couldn't not acknowledge what had just happened. And like, it scared me. So when he was going like, nah, and then it seemed kind of aggressive at first.
Yeah.
It made all the sense in the world. Like in a split second.
Right.
I was like, I know why he's.
It would have been cool if someone had gotten that whole interaction on film.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a good video.
It would have been.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was just as good. It just happening like that.
Because if I had been the guy in the car and I drove and like, I don't know, hit you or you hit me, I'd have been like,
yeah. Well, thankfully he didn't hit me. See, that's the other thing. The dude was he should have hit me. I mean, I walked
right, yeah, you were
right out in front of him, and he slammed on his brakes and didn't hit me. But I did the whole like. It was comically over the top the way that I like moved out of the way.
Right.
But for a split second, I thought I was gonna die. So I don't know. That was I'm a little bitch when I'm like under the pressure.
No, that's a good story.
So I thought I would
story
dude,
for sure.
I felt like we needed to share that.
Yeah. God, that would have been from start to finish. Seeing that on film, you know, with like the hug and everything. I feel like it's like, hey, it can be good. It can be okay, people.
Sounds like you both overreacted in my opinion.
No, we did. We did both overreact. But
and then the lady, you got my package?
Yeah.
She's like, these two bitches.
But we were scared for two totally different
Cry
reasons.
it out. Give me my shit.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to ask you this because this literally happened. What day is it today? Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh, no.
This happened 4 days ago on Sunday. Are you computing?
I'm computed.
Okay, so it's morning. I'm going to set the scene. It's morning.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter June is on the couch. Snuggle in a buggle, right? In a little blanket. And we're watching some sort of fucking dumb YouTube thing. Slime or something. And I got Charlie right here. And we're just like having a really peaceful morning.
Yeah,
you know,
all
like
is right with the world.
Ella's upstairs doing whatever the 12-year-old does. And then I got the two little ones on the couch, and I just got my feet up, and I'm snuggling with my boy. My girl's right there. And then Charlie taps me on the and I'm like looking. I'm sort of just like, you know, staring out into space, sort of. I'm
Yeah.
not exactly sure. I was watching a little bit.
Kind of watching, thinking of other million things.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I have the verbiage correct. Yeah. So he goes, Daddy? And I go, yes, son. And he goes, it's hard. And I look over, and his pants are sticking straight up, and he's like, it's hard. And he starts smacking it around. And I was like, okay. So June's like, what's going on over there? And I go, no. And June's like, what? And Charlie's like, what? Because Charlie doesn't know. Charlie just goes, it's hard.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And then I look over, and he's fucking rock solid, straight up. So I take him upstairs.
4 years old.
He's 4 years old.
Yeah.
Dude, so much testosterone is beginning to pump through this little boy.
Yeah.
He's rock hard every morning, right? I take his little diaper off, and it's just doing every morning, and he's slapping it around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
He doesn't know what the fuck's happening.
Of course, yeah.
And so I take him upstairs. This is totally, I don't know how this happened, but I took him upstairs. I was like, oh, no, I'm going to just take Charlie upstairs to get dressed. And June was like, okay, whatever, because I didn't want her to be like checking it out or whatever. And I take him upstairs to get him dressed, and he starts singing a Juicy Pickle song. And I think it has something to do with some video that he watches or whatever, but he just starts singing, I'm a juicy pickle, I'm a juicy pickle, I got a juice. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? With the song right now?
Yeah. Right.
Juicy Pickle song? So have you had any? We don't have to talk specifically because I know we've talked a lot about little boy dicks on this show, but we have two boys. We got two boys.
But my son is 1 year old.
Yeah, so nothing's happening.
1 year, not plural.
He's 1 year old.
Yep. How old fucking am I? So I mean, if he's popping rock, then that's just, I don't know, an anomaly of, whatever.
Has he ever?
In a few years, I'll let you.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be like Richard.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Is that too young? 4 years old?
Yeah, right. That was going to be my question.
It can't be because he just has them. So maybe it's not. There's something I don't know. Nick? Thanks.
Yes.
Wait, be careful looking that up, Nick.
The government is watching.
Yeah.
You guys seen all these fucking...
How young do little boys get boners? Google search.
Do you want me to search it?
No homo.
It's when do erections start. I knew.
Okay. Do we have an answer?
I know how to. Well, I'm getting there.
You know how to get around the NSA.
Yeah. Because it's been the last year. So it's been since he's 4. He's been getting bone dids regularly.
Hey.
But this one was the most uncomfortable. And I pulled it off. But the fact that he like tapped my shoulder and he was like, it's hard.
Right. So
that is where I went, this is weird.
So he wasn't like uncomfortable. It didn't
Nope.
like make him upset or anything.
Nope. And I didn't make him feel uncomfortable or weird about it. I just go up, and then June was like, what's going on over here? And I was like, no, don't worry about it. I was like, I need to just change chart. I just need to get him in his
And he was watching slime on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, he was just sitting, you know what I mean? He was just sitting there. You know, like when you're a kid, you're just kind of like this, and then you're just, I mean, I
constantly
do it,
playing with your dick.
I do it still.
For sure.
Don't you?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Absolutely. It's just what guys do.
I really want to tell this thing. Fuck it, dude. I'm going to tell it.
Oh, here we go.
So I was living with Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Tempe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I drove by that house actually a few weeks ago.
You lived in that house.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that was when we found...
A few of us did.
Yeah, that's when we were some guy's boy.
Yeah. Jacob...
Yeah. Oh! Was it precise enough?
I don't think so.
So I'm not gonna say any last names.
Yeah.
But you know Tyler. So
yes,
is when he lived there. Okay. Dude, I was in my room. He was in the TV room. I have never seen his genitalia before.
Yeah.
It's really only funny to me probably, but so I just turned the corner. I must have been quiet. He was not prepared for me.
I feel like it's not hard to sneak up on him, though.
Right. He was zoned into some sort of sport on the TV.
For sure.
And he was wearing very loose-fitting basketball shorts.
Right.
No undies.
Right.
Nuns. And you know what? Tyler, if you're listening, which he's probably not.
Right.
He's definitely not listening, and if he is listening, he's probably not subscribed.
So this is what you get for not have subscribed.
But we haven't said any last names. Nobody knows who we're talking about. We have a big fan base in Alaska, remember?
He knows. That's all. Yes.
But I turned the corner, and he must have been playing, not jacking off.
Right. Yeah.
But he was sitting like one leg straight, one leg like this, and sort of turned and had his entire ball bag and cock hanging out. He had pulled the leg up, and he was just air drying them. And we did not talk about it.
Right.
I walked in, and I just said, "Hey, man," and I stared at his entire dick and balls, and then just sat down and just watched the TV. And out of the corner of my eye, I could see him slowly pulling his pant leg down,
putting it away,
Yeah, not making any sudden moves.
And you know what? When you're in your early 20s and shit, that's all good.
It was fine, and I think that I just
and he's super locker room.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he didn't give a fuck.
If I was Pitha, and Pitha had turned the corner, Pitha would have been like, "Your fucking whole dick and balls are hanging out."
nice dick time.
Yeah, he would. Yes, that's exactly what he would have said. But sure. I don't know. I felt like I didn't want to call him out for it, so I just sat down, gave him time to put it back in.
Yeah, that's all. But that's all good.
I don't know why.
Because you're homies.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I mean, it's funny as shit.
Hey, One thing I can tell you, it's good. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
good. Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
I've heard.
He's bigger than average,
I've heard.
and it was all flaccid. I felt like I could have. You know those
Punching bags?
what are those speed bags?
Speed bags.
Looks like a
Oh,
speed
yeah,
bag
speed.
with a little knot in it or something. I don't know.
That was a fun house, dude.
Great house.
We didn't give a fuck.
Dude, 8 foot pot plants.
I had like tickets pending 10 years later that like for partying and shit.
From the cops.
Tempe police
Are you
tickets
serious?
that I had to pay well when I was like finally grown up and doing productive shit. Yeah, like I got these tickets like you still owe the Tempe Police Department $250 for having a party.
Why did you get a ticket and not me?
That's a good question.
Did you probably
Because I'm always the fucking
guy
guy
who goes out.
Yeah, I'm always the guy who
Like, let me
talks to the
just
cops
fucking
and
regulate.
I always get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
like that one time at
Yeah.
Nick's house. Yeah. So anyway, handled it though, so don't worry.
Okay.
It's super weird.
Last little thing
They
that
don't forget.
Last little thing that I wanted to talk about before we get to the emails
Yeah.
is because I know you're a big sports guy, and I know you follow all the sports, and
Cricket especially.
Crumpet.
Crumpet. Damn it.
Okay, are you familiar with Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
Are
the,
you
the Cards
the new quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay, this dude. First of all, if we're gonna talk about sports, we're gonna talk about their appearance,
Okay.
their personality.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about field touch
Stats.
goals. We're not gonna
Yeah.
talk about touch goals and field
Touch goals
field
and
points. We can't talk about these things because we don't know what we're talking about.
Goals.
Yeah. How many air?
Yeah.
How many air?
How many
sizzles.
air sizzles?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say this:
Field points.
ever since he came to our team a couple of 1.5 years ago or 6 months, I fucking have no.
And he's U of
Last
A.
season.
U of
Last
A,
season,
U of
okay.
A, ASU.
Oh yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't
Is
know.
he from here?
Nick?
I feel like
Where's he
is.
from?
I don't know, but yeah.
So here.
I was just kidding. I want you guys to know. I want to know if you know because I know everything about
Yeah.
sports.
So, first of all, let me just say this before I go into anything real
Okay.
quick. First of all, let's just say he is an incredible athlete. Okay, this guy is. If he does well this season, he's gonna be a fucking all-star. He's gonna go to the Pro Bowl. This dude's already started out 2-0. He's running the balls and he's throwing the balls for field goal touchdowns. Right?
Well, he scored 2 runs.
2 running. Yeah.
The last game against the Washington.
Yes,
Right.
that's true. Great analytics.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You and I should send a tape in. We'll send a tape
Should we
in.
add a sports commentary?
No, let's
section
send
to the-
let's send it to Fox 10 or whatever
Yeah.
and say we would like to commentate for your sports.
He,
from
he
now
made
on.
2 runs on last
Steve
game with Washington.
Steve Keim, the GM, would love it. I'm sure.
So where's he from? Do you know?
Yeah, Texas A&M.
Oh, okay. See-
And he ended at the Oklahoma Sooners.
Okay, both
Where he
great.
got the Heisman Trophy.
They got those are 2 excellent squadrons doing doing astounding feats of
work and arm throws.
feats of athleticals abilities. And so he came on over, right? And so because football is the most popular sport in the world, we're going to see it. 2 schlups are going to see it. We're going to be like, oh, Kyler Murray, cool, man.
Yeah.
He's runs the ball. You
Yeah.
know, this is good for
Yes,
our squadron.
the old pigskins.
So he's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched.
Right. I mean, he's the QB for a professional football team.
Right. And he could be a fucking Hall of Famer. The dude's jacked.
And he's young.
He's young.
Young guy.
Full of.
He's got a lot of juice left.
He's a young guy, cream of some young guy.
He probably was popping
full of it.
boners at 4 years old.
He guaranteed was,
Yeah,
and he was like,
for
"Yo,
sure.
daddy, I'm hard." And
Yeah.
so we already like the guy.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
No,
if
he's
you're getting hard at 4,
Yeah, he's killing
we're
it.
tight.
Yes.
So, but I will say this. There was always a little something, you know? I would look at him and I'd go, there's something. Something. And then I would just go on about my life. And I would see him pop up and I go, yeah, he's good, QBs. But there's something.
Yeah.
I'd see him again. Like, man, he nailed that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd go, but there's something. And I couldn't quite put my finger on it. But I put my finger on it this Sunday.
Yeah.
And I got to say my disclaimers real quick.
Right.
No, I mean, no, this is just a fact. These are just
right. You're not talking shit.
I'm not talking shit.
Yeah.
I'm not talking shit.
You're just observing.
I just observed, and I fucking found it.
You observe and report.
Let me tell you something. This is so true. It's true.
No.
It's true.
It's so true that it's.
I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but I put my finger on it this Sunday. Let me tell you what it is. This is a full-grown, jacked-ass man.
Jacked-ass.
Full-grown, jacked-ass man.
Yeah.
Highly athletic, Pro Bowler, probably Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Absolute stud. Probably got A's in classes.
Yeah.
About dissecting frogs.
Right.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
But he has the face of a person with dwarfism. It's the truth.
Oh my.
It's the truth. He has the face of a person with dwarfism.
Really?
It's the truth. Yes, an LP, a little person.
An LP.
He's a BLP. He's a big
An
little
LP to make it short.
Yeah, so he's got a BLPH, a big little person head, or BLPF, a big little person face, and go ahead and throw that graphic up on the screen and tell me that I'm wrong, but I think that it's truth. Who agrees? Anybody agree? His name is Kyler.
I have it here.
Kyler Murray. You know what I even
I
did?
guess we all just better.
Can I just?
Well, so yesterday.
Hold on, Kim, I got
So I was watching the game yesterday.
Yeah.
And I thought.
Was there a little something?
That when he had his helmet on.
I made that. The guy couldn't help but make it, dude. Send it to me. I'll send it to you right now. And again, are you gonna throw this up on the screen? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna send it to you right now. It's not funny. It's just true. I mean, that's really what it is. There's nothing funny about it. But I went ahead.
I thought that he kind of looked like Jordan Peele from Key and Peele.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah,
so let's talk
a little
about.
bit. I can see that.
Yeah, but
Like when he has his helmet on.
right.
He looks. He looks like.
Did you get it, Tay? Yeah, I got it. Okay. So
You made that thing?
Yeah, because I was sitting there, I was watching the game. I was like, God damn, he just run it in for a second touchdown. He ran it, he faked it, and then he ran it. He made a little doop-de-doo and fucking high-stepped it on in. And I was like, God damn, is he amazing.
Right.
And then right then, lightning struck. And I was like, you fucking figured it out.
You'd been watching for so long and didn't know
ever since he came
There
to
was
Arizona,
something.
I was like, God, he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
This is not saying that he's not good-looking.
Right.
But there was just something that I knew. I was like, there's something. I'm looking at you. I know there's something there. And that's exactly what it is. And I'm sorry to say it. And you can't cancel me for truths. And I don't mean any harm. I don't mean no harms and no fouls. Just like in the game of football.
Right, yeah, no red tags or red
blue
flags.
tags. Right.
Yeah.
No yellow stamps or triple stamps. You can't triple stamp.
Got your picture up there.
You got the picture up there? Okay, so let's go ahead and just take a look at the two pictures there. The one on the left is a gentleman with dwarfism.
Right.
And then the one on the right, who looks identical to the one on the left, that's our star quarterback, Kyler Murray, and he has an LP face, and so if you
You're welcome.
So if you have any hateful comments, go ahead and send those directly to me. Cam's got nothing to do with it, but I want to tell you, it relieved a lot of anxiety. And
you had that built up.
Dude, for a year, I'm like...
Oh, really? For a year? You've been like, there's something.
Yes.
And it wasn't until Sunday that...
it all clicked. So it was a big deal, and I needed to share it here.
Oh, you were ready to explode.
I was. And when lightning struck, that I instantly went to Google, grabbed a little image, and I put them side to side, and I go, yes, yes,
image.
yes, yes, yes. And he kills it. He's fucking good, dude.
Oh, I know.
He's going to be a Pro Bowler, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
But he lucked out. He only got the head. You know what I mean? The rest of it,
right?
Legit.
Yeah.
Not that it's not legit otherwise. But do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Long format conversation.
No,
It gives me time.
Yeah, but he didn't have the rest, so he's legit. No, I'm saying the others aren't legit. Ah, fuck.
So, what'd you do this
You're
weekend?
very observant. Your attention to detail is just dialed in as fuck.
You know what it is? I don't do anything. I just exist, and
see everything.
There's some. It's actually,
There's a name for it?
Fuck, dude. A curse.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh.
That took a while to come. It's a curse. Because I'll sit there and I'll just go, I see something's happened. So I feel it deep in my loins. And I know something's there, but I don't know what it is. And it could be a year. And in this case, it did take a year. And
it's kind of like Liar Liar, dude.
Why?
Because he just has to fucking say it.
Yeah. And I just kind of...
You couldn't get a porn star off.
But do you agree?
That he looks like a dwarf?
That he looks like
he
has
like
the face
right.
of a person with dwarfism.
There are similarities.
Are there?
Yes.
Okay. So I could be way off base, and I think our subscriptions we have 47 subscriptions right now on YouTube. Big deal. Probably down to 32.
Two
it's okay.
steps forward, 3 steps back.
It's all right. You know what? Next week I'll make it up.
Okay.
You know what I wonder?
What?
Because there are people listening.
Yeah.
You know what's fun? And there are people watching.
And a lot of people that I know that listen are sports fans.
Yeah, but I'm not saying anything bad about sports.
No.
Oh,
but there are
yeah.
people that will go more out of their way to check that out.
Oh, okay.
Than just like.
But I guess my point is that because we have so little action, that no one will ever know. But if this ever does get traction and they go back and listen to episodes, they're not going to be pleased.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel better. You know? They can't take anything away from us at this point. We've made $0.
Yeah.
And we're about, I don't know.
Actually negative.
Dude, we're about 10 G's in the hole.
We're doing all right, though.
Episode 25. Bro, give me some fucking skin, dude. We have not missed a week. We've had to do a couple of extra tapings.
We've had to do a little adjustments.
But every week, I feel
consistent.
I really do feel so proud that we have put a show together. We have released an episode every fucking week for the last 25 weeks in a row. We have not missed. We have had it out there. Don't you feel like that?
No, it's awesome.
There are some amazing podcasts out there that don't go 25 episodes.
Right.
And with people that have a following, with a name, fucking actors that are, and that's probably why they don't need the revenue generated by podcasts, but they still can't keep it consistent.
That's all it is.
The one thing I've heard is just stay consistent.
Stop. Make it last all night.
Put out a couple of shitty ones, whatever. Talk about Kyler Murray's face. Big problems. But just keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't mean a single...
You're gonna write 1,000 shitty songs and you'll get 5 good ones out of them.
Oh, I hope.
It's that whole ideal.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard any shitty reviews.
No. We have all 5-star ratings. Should we get into some emails?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nick, did you have access? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Emails. Emails. Emails.
Right now.
Emails. Emails. Emails.
Right now.
All right. This one's from Ricky Sanders.
Ricky.
About a month ago.
Rick Dog.
Oh, shit. Dude, we're on it.
August 26th.
August 26th. Wow. Lay it on us, Ricky.
This is for Taylor.
Uh-oh. Taylor, you're in trouble.
I actually know about this. And she's like,
No, wait.
yeah,
Read the email.
Go for it.
Rise Against does not suck live. Nick, you really need to exaggerate the not when reading my email. Love you all.
Sorry.
Is that it?
That's it.
Sorry, Ricky.
She's very passionate about
Oh,
Rise
yeah,
Against.
that's her favorite.
Very passionate.
Yes.
So, Ricky, we talked about this before. They're not very good live.
We talked
It's
about
not-
this before.
It's not really Taylor. Taylor's just honest, and he doesn't really give a shit. That's sort of his opinion, and I agree. They have like 2 good songs, but they're dog shit live. Next email.
All right. This
But
you're-
Ricky, hold on. Ricky, you love him. Who gives a shit what I think? Who gives a fuck what anybody thinks? If you love him,
True.
that's the reality, dude. Like,
That's
some people love Gallagher.
You guys want some wine? Smashing
We all
fruit.
smash some fruit.
Smash some fruit.
Gallagher's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But did he sell out places all over the world? He sure did.
That would have been awesome to see.
I would have loved to go see Gallagher.
I would have went and
I've
saw
seen him.
Have you?
You've
Yeah.
been to a show.
Yeah.
Tell me, was it at the Coliseum?
It was at Celebrity Theater.
Oh, okay.
You
we-
just
and-
Next
and
thing,
like
next
like
best thing.
like
Yeah.
the first 5 rows had the plastic, and we were
Yeah.
like the 6th row.
Okay, what year was that?
2001.
Now, I'm pretty sure that Gallagher's brother stole his act and went on the road as Gallagher.
So maybe I didn't see the
I'm wondering if you saw
maybe
Gallagher
I saw
too.
Really?
Gallagher 2.0.
And
I
he
can't-
wasn't lying
Right.
about
pretty-
being a Gallagher.
And he looks I don't know if it's his twin
I mean,
brother.
is Gallagher his last
It's
name?
funny. It's funny how brothers that are named Gallagher
Yeah.
all look the same.
have problems.
What?
Oasis.
Oh,
never
is that their
mind.
last name?
Wow, wow.
No.
Their last name's like Gallagher, is it?
Yeah, isn't it?
See, that was my question. I look over at Terry. He's like, "Yeah, dipshit."
Well, I actually, God damn it, we got to look this up now. So
Liam Gallagher, Noel Gallagher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no,
yeah,
Oasis last name. Yeah.
No, we're talking about
that is
Gallagher,
their
Gallagher.
last name. Gallagher's last name. That's what.
Is it his first or his last?
It's definitely not his first, but
What's his first?
All right, you guys ready for the next email?
Jerry. I don't know.
Oh, what year did Rory Gallagher die? Who the fuck's that? All right, I can't. I'm not good at Googling. The answer is June 14th, 1995, though.
It was the last true Gallagher performance.
That's when Rory Gallagher, who I don't know who
man.
this is.
So I saw his brother then.
Did you?
Apparently.
What did it say?
Oh no, I didn't. No, you're saying you sent
No,
June.
no. Rory Gallagher is some random guy that came up. I don't know who he is.
Oh my God.
You ready for the next email?
Yeah.
All right.
God,
well, I don't know. We're just gonna skate by this one.
What is left to say?
You Googled Gallagher. It said Rory Gallagher.
What do you-
Yes, it was the first thing that popped up, and I clicked on it, which was a mistake because his name's
Yeah.
not Rory.
I don't think so, but it could be.
But are you really interested to see what year his brother took on?
I just kind of do.
Gallagher,
Sorry, guys.
Gallagher brothers. Liam, of course, Liam Gallagher.
Leo.
You cannot Google Gallagher without.
Who are the Gallagher brothers?
Leo Anthony Gallagher Jr.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Gallagher.
He looked Italian. Yeah,
known
yeah.
mononymously as
Comedians.
Gallagher is. Yeah.
And then when did his brother?
Whatever happened to Gallagher? During a performance on March 10th, 2011, Rochester, Minnesota, Gallagher collapsed on stage, gripping his chest.
He died doing what he loved, man.
Smashing fruit.
Smashing fruits.
No, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor. He died doing what he loved, man.
Smashing.
Oh.
I was on board with Taylor's thing. It's like smashing fruits, man. So we're in.
Okay, a smashing impression. The brother Gallagher share a name. Here we go. Okay. How the fuck did we get here? But let's keep going.
No, dude, I was legit just sitting here like Ricky's email, Rise Against, fucking, I don't know.
Fuck it, dude. This is a long article.
Okay, that's fine. We'll move on.
I'm telling you right now. Look it up.
You probably didn't see Gallagher though, bro.
I think you saw Gallagher too.
Yeah.
Anyways, next email.
You may need to help me out with his name.
Okay.
Artyom Azarkovic.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Azarkovich.
Okay. Subject: both fingers in the butt and a circumcised wiener.
Yeah. You know what? This is the kind of quality shit that we bring. You know what I'm saying? What was the subject line?
Both fingers in the butt and a circumcised wiener.
Yeah.
And were you listening to that in his voice?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, makes it even better.
How does
Yeah.
he say your name?
2 fingers in the butt and circumcised wiener. He doesn't
Yeah.
even talk like his
it's-
accent is impossible. What's the word?
Impossible.
Impossible with an M.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Hey guys, first off, big fan of the show. Have listened to all the episodes, and you guys are very entertaining and a great team.
Oh.
Since you are such diehard fans of Sir David Attenborough, and because the year 2020 has brought to life a new sensation, Karens, I wanted to share this video with you. Oh shit. Enjoy and keep up the work. So there's a video to watch.
Oh, so
So
we're not ready for that.
Yeah, I didn't read it prior.
Son of a bitch. So
So we'll have to watch the video. And
well,
I guess the best you can do is Google Davey Attenborough and Karen
I
videos.
can give the website right now.
well, Artyom.
Artyom's a saint.
Yeah, so he's my brother-in-law. I love how I do appreciate the way that he wrote that email. Like,
Yeah.
big fan. Listen to all the episodes, just like he's some random guy. It's my fucking brother-in-law.
Yeah, he's your family, dude.
So we're
That's
not.
awesome.
So it's I wish we had the capabilities of watching that and
Well,
talking
I don't
about
know yet. Well, I don't
Hold
know.
it up to the camera or what?
It's. Hold on.
do we have that long cord?
Uh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Yeah,
Dare.
fuck it. We're just gonna have to get back, I think, on that.
Yeah. I wish Artyom was here right now.
We got to get him on.
Dude,
We'll
we
get him
gotta
on.
get him on.
He's
for
got a
sure.
whole
He can-
swimming thing.
Yeah, he can plug his swim lessons. So
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
We'll get him because
Yeah, Tay.
He-
Competition.
he's got a very
I'm out of the game.
he's got a very unique perspective, point of view.
I wonder if it's. Have you seen the Karens with zombie voices? Yeah. Oh man,
No.
that's awesome. So it's like
I-
it's all these like Karens that are mad, you know, and they're like banging on windows, but it's like there's like death metal playing in the background, and like when they open up their mouths, it's just like. It's like
you know what?
zombie-
Perfect.
I'll
zombie
bet you
voices.
the video that he's wanting
Is
us to watch.
probably something
They
like
probably
that.
have like
Something like that.
it's probably the same clip,
But with
video,
Davey Attenborough's voice.
and he's probably what is he? He's being
Let's
like
guess. That's fun.
Karens.
Yeah.
Karens are out in full force today, making their way.
Just imagining it, it's funny. It's funny.
They think that everything in the world belongs to them.
With climate change,
They shouldn't have to wait in
the
a
Great
line.
Barrier Reef.
No line for Karen.
No, I don't have to wear this mask.
You must give me my receipt immediately, is what she said. I'm not going to give you my
This is a
panties.
Karen in her natural habitat.
I'm not going to give you these panties back. I tried them on.
They don't fit.
I'll wear them as a mask, you fucking piece of shit, is what she said. She's going back into her natural habitat, which is the minivan.
It's probably something like that.
That was good.
Is there another?
That was good.
I feel like you should read the next email.
Oh, okay. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me.
I think you'd.
Yeah, I think
it's better coming from you.
Okay, let me pull it up. So I received a really beautiful DM, and I'm gonna read it now because it really touched me in my 4-year-old boner, and
4-year-old.
this comes from you. Do you remember Michelle Zeman?
Of course I do.
Quite well, right?
Yeah.
So she sent me this email.
What's up, Michelle?
Yeah, what up? And thank you for listening. We fucking appreciate the
Hi.
shit out of you. And this DM made my entire week. So she says, "Hi guys, just want you to know how awesome your podcast is. I've been going through a hard time lately, and every time I either watch an episode on YouTube or listen to one through podcast, I legit laugh the whole time. I always feel so much better after doing so. In the times we're living in right now, laughter is so important. It can be so healing. I just want to personally thank you guys for doing what you're doing and hope you know how much your podcast means to me. You guys have truly helped me through some hard days just by being yourselves and providing a guaranteed good laugh session. Thanks, guys. Keep doing your thing."
Your sister-in-law?
That's awesome.
It's not my sister-in-law.
Thanks, Michelle. That right there is why we're doing this.
That's it.
That's it.
This little rinky-dink.
That was the solidified. She just.
So we
That was it, man.
Solidification.
Station. We started this thing because we wanted to get together, have an excuse to get together every week, laugh, tell stories,
Yeah.
and had no idea really that anyone would ever listen. And here we are, 25 episodes down, and to receive a DM like that
Yep.
is like goes well beyond anything that I ever thought that this was going to be, providing actual relief to people.
Goal reached.
That's it.
Yeah. Goal reached.
So are we done?
That's it.
We're done.
No, we can't be.
Okay, so we got to keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Michelle,
That was huge.
thanks again.
Thank you, darling.
Such a sweet thing to say.
Miss your face.
Yeah.
Haven't seen you in a long time.
And whatever you're going through, fuck. I feel like we're all going through, you know? I don't know what it is exactly, but 2020
Life right now is fucking crazy.
2020 has
Yeah.
been a fucking beast.
It's been a beast.
It really hit me
Yeah.
when I started seeing the mom and pop shops close.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, "Oh man, people aren't surviving this."
Lives are getting fucked up.
Dude, all of my friends, all of them,
Big time. Yeah.
like everyone in the music industry,
Entertainment.
and the production, like audio, video, like all of my.
Yeah.
They're actually going tomorrow to Tempe to do a push, like a bunch of AV people are gonna be like pushing cases. And
Oh,
like
really?
it's just to like
Just
and I
sort
don't know if you guys like saw like they had like a red alert
Yep.
like thing
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
I mean
dude.
it's just all of my friends are me was out of a job, you know.
You know what? Let's do this. Why don't I'm gonna move this camera, Nick. I want you to come right here, and we'll talk a little bit about what's kind of happening.
Yeah.
Because things are gonna change a little bit, and Taylor's gonna move it for me. Thanks, bud. So we'll have you come sit down and tell the we'll have to
Tell the people what
We'll have to give the people the news.
Yeah.
He's a real boy.
He's a real boy. That sounded just like Al Pacino. He's a real boy.
Hello.
No, I didn't.
Hey, no, I fuck you, dude.
Dude. Usually I'm on board.
Is he in the shot? All right, cool.
Yeah, buddy.
So,
This is weird.
Yeah.
Nick,
It's it's not comfortable.
No.
Nikolai
I
Hobbyboolin the Fourth, has been with us since the beginning.
Yeah.
Through 25 episodes.
Yeah.
1st of March.
And I can't. That right there. Oh, it's like right on that thing.
Richard's attention to detail is
I just didn't want it to fall over.
Is a curse. Is that what he said
it's
earlier?
a curse.
Nick, you're leaving us.
I am.
I wish there was a like rain.
Wah, wah.
No, just rain.
I have it over there.
Just rain
Like thunder
pouring
and
down.
rain. I have it
Like
over there.
Sarah McLachlan needs to come in here and starts fucking singing something sad.
In the arms of an angel.
Yeah.
You don't hello. I don't know the lyrics.
That actually almost brought a little tear to my eye.
Did it?
Dude, I called Nick when we had just gotten the necessary means for the necessary means for the.
We had one output, one input,
Yeah.
and a wire
And a
that goes,
thing.
and we had a speaker that needed
A couple of talkie things and a
and a
10, 15-year-old computer and yeah, dude.
and we couldn't do it, or at least we thought that it was going to be all fucked
We're like,
up.
yeah, we can do this. And then it's like we're setting up in my garage.
Yes,
That was the first setting.
when the weather was still nice.
And Richard,
There's actually a video of that.
yeah.
Our first YouTube video.
Oh, where we're making
intro.
Yeah,
That's right.
79 views.
All natural. All,
I don't look or anything.
Who's counting?
Every hour
counting?
of the day.
79 views, but who's looking since 4 p.m. today?
well, and it's cool. Like, I don't know if anyone knows because I didn't get it on video, but like the end where it's like, do.
Oh, we're
That's
banging on the table?
banging on a pool table.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no like.
We
That's
no,
just,
there's no
There's no
instruments.
808.
Yeah. Well, and
There's
and
no
I remember
808.
I remember Cam. I think it was one of you said like we should keep it natural. We should keep it like just the way it is. You know.
Yeah.
There's a
And I remember turning up the bass, like so when
Yeah.
you guys were doing that,
and
I
that
just
gives
cranked
it that
the bass.
fucking
Yeah.
pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a part in the intro where it almost sounds like some sort of percussion instrument where it's like ting ting ting, but it would actually Cam hit his beer and it fell over and it goes
And
cling
it-
cling cling,
It added this little clink.
and I was like, oh, we're keeping that in, and so we kept it in. But yeah, you were there when we were doing the old.
So yeah, we were setting up our gears, and Richard and I don't know what the fuck we're doing. So I'm like, I know who to call. Call Nick for some advice or guidance.
tech support.
How do I do this, and what do I do when this knob is this way, and fucking how do we get this to do this and that and the other thing? And then you kind of told me a few things, and then
I was like, fuck it, let's just.
and then
Yeah, you were-
and then
yeah.
and
Let
then
me just come over.
and then here you are
That's what it
now.
was.
And then here you are now. You're like, I could come over, and then actually, if you guys want me to do this, I would love to do this with you guys. And I'm like, well, fucking Richard, is this cool? And Richard's like, what? Yeah, fuck yeah.
I think I know the name of the episode.
What's the name?
Guilt Trip.
Guild Trip with Nikolai Hobbyboolin. Fine. Sounds great. And just to make it even more guilty, we did, you don't have to read the card, but we did put together a little parting gift for you. It's in this bag. And hi, cat. What's the cat's name? Tycho. Hi, Tycho. Hi.
Kyler.
My second
Kyler?
favorite astronomer.
Yeah, it's Kyler Murray. So we put this together for you, and this is basically Cam and I. We fucking love you, man. And we are so grateful for the amount of effort that you put in for literally $0 and just hanging out with us every week and, you know, doing all the stuff that you do that nobody knows, putting the audio files together and sending emails, and you're constantly in contact with me and
late nights,
helping get Jason on the podcast and having like unlimited ideas and just being the unsung hero of the show. That it's hard to really explain to people that don't really know much about podcasting that it's more than just Cam and I up here shooting the shit and talking nonsense. There's a whole production, and now that we have Taylor involved with the video, and I mean, this is 4 people getting together, taking time out of their lives, and there's no money to be made here, you know. And so the fact that you're doing this, and Taylor, when you leave us, we'll do the same for you. But it didn't go unnoticed, and I know sometimes it got a little, you know,
it just got a little goofy.
It gets goofy here and there,
yeah.
You know, when you're trying to put something out that you
well, Nick's very professional
and precise
and a
perfectionist
and wants to know. Yeah. No, Nick, you're the perfect producer. You know, like you're 3 hours early.
Yes, you are.
Because you want to make sure everything's fucking right. Because you know there's that hour of time where for some reason something isn't working right.
Yep.
And
So-
you always want to be on top of that. And
I don't like being rushed. And,
Yeah.
and when everyone's here, like I want everything ready so that when everyone's here, I can just bullshit and I don't have to. I'm not rushing.
The work's
and,
done.
Like, yeah.
You come in and just go.
You know
baby.
from gigs. Like,
Right.
I like,
well, that's why I called you. I was like, dude, Nick knows how to do this shit.
and I
He'll get
didn't.
there.
So that's why you were my
And I
fucking
didn't.
call.
Yeah,
And I don't know if I still do, but I mean it's been working.
but it's cool, man. You got 25 episodes under your belt with us, and we, you know, like I told you earlier, open door policy. Anytime you want to come hang out, anytime you want to just get away and
Get
come,
into it.
come hang out with
Yeah,
us again.
dude.
You
I
of all
hope that happens.
you of all people, that door will never be locked. You know what I'm saying? You are always welcome. And because we love you so much, and because we know that you just started a new job, Cam and I thought that this might be useful.
All right.
We're all about practicality.
So go ahead.
So thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you
No.
for
Thank you, man.
inviting me and
Oh man.
I'll have to explain.
And read the card later because it actually it makes us sound like genuinely like good people, and we don't want that. So what's that?
All right, so we've got some mechanical pencils.
Oh.
We've got some 0.7 lead.
Yes.
Thank you for the 0.7. I
Yeah.
know that's my favorite.
Yeah. And
Mine's
take a
too
look at
thick.
take a look at those just take a quick gander at that mechanical pencil. That's classy. Yeah. That's some class. Okay? I'll take the black one. Go ahead.
A swing line stapler,
Switch it out from the buff.
which I appreciate that.
Yeah, you might need to staple a thing. You could staple your nuts to your leg.
No one's gonna
Like
steal that. 'cause
Steve-O?
they won't be able to find it.
Highlighters.
You're gonna use those the most out of anything.
Basically, your boy's got a desk job. So we're going to fill him out with some trinkies.
Ooh, I like these.
Yes,
yeah,
the G2s.
Yeah.
those are legit.
The G2s, bro.
Yep.
The gels?
They got the little
Yeah,
they
I
got
like
the
the
little
gels.
rubber tip.
And when
cover
this
on that.
podcast blows
Some
up,
whiteout for the pens.
yes. And when this podcast blows up and we have a G5 plain, we'll let you in.
That's when the door's locked.
Yeah. No, you're welcome to hang on the
We'll
wing.
tell the pilot to start the engine to start moving, and you're like outside trying to get in.
We'll have you climb up.
We're like, just kidding, Nick. Come on in.
Some staples.
Yes.
Swing line staples.
You'll never run out.
That box of staples is bigger than the stapler.
That's the that's the whole thing. Dude,
It
you're
is?
going to think of
Yeah.
us every time you staple some shit.
Yeah, you are.
All right, let me keep going here.
Yeah, what else you got in there?
There's more?
There's more, yeah.
Notepads.
Oh my
Post-it
god.
notes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Post-its are
I'm running out of room.
That's an all day for me, dude.
Yeah, just set it right there. Whoever got you this fucking is cool. Oh my!
Some tape.
Some invisible tape. I thought that was
invisible.
I was like, why does it say that? Okay.
That's what 4-year-olds call that tape.
What is this? It's invisible tapes.
This is the creme de la creme.
Yes. I hope you enjoy that. It's a little desky, organizey.
And it's a wireless charger.
Yeah,
it
man.
is.
That thing is awesome.
Yeah, so you charge your phone. That little square right there, perfect for the Post-it notes. As depicted in the picture. I don't know if that was a redundant sentence. Probably was. And then, yeah, Hobby Boo Boo.
I want to hug you guys.
Yeah, hug it out.
Yep.
All right. That's cool.
Taylor,
Good job.
put your wiener away. Thank you. Love you, bro. Love you too, man. Thank you for everything.
I love you. I love you.
And we say goodbye to Nikolai Hobbyboolin.
Am I hanging it here? Should I go back? What should I?
I don't know.
So I need to say something.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's-
what do you
let's
got?
hang out. Let's fucking hang out.
How much time we got?
Well, I know how much time you got. And that's what I wanted to say.
Oh.
You got 4 years today, dude.
4
That
years.
is
4 years
as Cam is pouring a
Pour
drink.
my wine over it.
Yeah, Cam ain't got no
Rich.
Cam ain't got no problems. I got probs.
Yeah,
4 years clean
yeah, man.
of all mood and mind.
That
Altering substances. Thank you so much.
We're
my
like
dog.
we're like 3 months apart in
I know.
our whole journey.
I know, and we have a very similar destructive past.
Yeah.
And that's why I liked you. Right out the gate, when you told me that you were also in recovery, I was like, okay, so he gets it, you know?
Yep.
And that was one of the sort of key ingredients for me when we were going forward not that we needed your help. But what it did do, so it would have, regardless, whether you've been in recovery or not, we would have
Hit it off.
we would have
Yeah.
gladly accepted your free help. But the second you told me you were in recovery, all of a sudden you and I bonded like instantly like that. Just like two soldiers coming out of battle.
Yeah.
One's at 6 towns down, and then they meet back in the United States, and all of a sudden they just have this friendship, this brotherhood that's unspoken, instant connection and bond. And yeah, fucking 4 years today.
So fucking awesome, dude.
It's crazy, right?
I knew you could do it.
Man, Cam has I think my family got the worst of it, but I would periodically bring Cam into my craziness, like ask him for money and lie to him about shit. I would sit down, we'd have these like long drawn out conversations where I'm just lying the entire time about needing to pay a bill, and Cam's just like, and you could just see on his face that he was like,
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I don't know what to do with this guy. I'm gonna give him money, but like,
Well, and it's one of the
Yeah.
hardest positions to be in. Like my brother came to me. He's got problems as well, right?
yes,
And he came to me wanting to like stay at my house, and I had to call a friend of mine to get some advice,
Yeah.
And he was like, whatever you give him, consider it a gift.
right.
Don't ever expect anything back. And basically you can love him without having to support him. Like your love is your support,
Yeah.
And just like you didn't cause it, you can't cure it, you can't control it. Things, and it's tough, man. When when you're around other people that might have problems and they end up drinking again or doing whatever,
Right.
it's just kind of like part of it. You're just like, yeah, okay, it happened. But then when it's your brother,
Yeah.
it's tough, man. It's so hard to turn someone away. And unfortunately, in their state of mind, they usually make you feel like a piece of shit for not helping
course.
them. And they believe it at the time.
Yeah.
Like they believe what they're saying, but
Mhm.
that's not them. And so I get it. Like I've been kind of on both
there's,
sides.
Yeah, there's the tough love thing, and then there's the walking the line of enabling.
Right.
And that's
a fucking
it's
tightrope.
a fucking tightrope, dude.
Because you're fucked if you do, and you're fucked if you don't.
Yeah. Yep.
And the reality of the situation is, quite honestly, just loving from afar is really the best thing that you can do. And that is the truth. But it is the single hardest thing that you could possibly do. Yeah. Because there they are, and they're actually standing in front of you. It's not just a saying anymore. Like, you need to love them from afar is a beautiful saying. Not a beautiful saying, but it's a true. It really is true. Yeah. But then they're there, and they're asking for your help, and it seems dire, and it seems urgent. Mm-hmm. And with that urgency and you needing to give them an answer immediately, that's the other thing. And you're like, hold on a second.
Right.
And they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I've been on both sides too.
Yeah.
You know what I've been that guy with Cam where I'm like, okay, I need to have this conversation.
I need to stay at your house. And I'm like, let me call you back.
Yeah.
And I went to Jess. I was like, Richard needs to stay here for a few days.
Yeah.
And she goes, go clear out the guest room.
And thank God.
And I'm like, all right, let's do it.
And I didn't.
And then you went to
rehab?
No, Mama.
Oh yeah, I went and stayed at Mammy's.
Yeah.
That's right.
But we were ready. It's like, let's do this. Let's fucking do this.
And I guess you would have just had to. You would have kicked me out. It would have been quick. I think it would have been quick.
So what was the day? What was the day like? So what was September 20th of 2016 like?
Oh my God. So my particular fancy lied in opiates, and I've been transparent about that on the podcast. I've been transparent about that in my social media, and so I don't have any worry about that. And so with opiate addiction comes the chemical dependency part, right? With all drugs, really, there's a chemical dependency, whether it's alcohol. Alcohol withdrawal is really fucking scary because you can actually die, right? You can have a heart attack. Your body goes into shock, basically, when you don't have alcohol. And you can have seizures, and you can hallucinate and all that other stuff. Well, so you could physically die from alcohol withdrawal. Now, you cannot die. They have 0 recorded deaths from withdrawal specifically related to opiates. The thing that is worthy to note about that is the fact that you want to die.
Or you feel like you're dying.
You think you are on the verge of death. And I will tell you that on September 20th, I got a bag of dope and I was okay. And I wasn't sick. But it was the endless search for kind of the end. I just wanted a solution, and I wanted the easier solution, and I just wanted to die. So, my parents raised a big fucking puss, so I couldn't do it traditionally, right? So I couldn't, take my own life. I just tried to put as much drugs into my body as possible to not wake up, and I would wake up every single fucking day in anger. Like, how the fuck did I make it through another day? And I just remember the day before I got clean, I got a bag of dope, and I was okay, and I won't bring the other person in. There was another person in the mix, and we were both considering going to treatment again. I had been to treatment centers before. See, here's the thing. So the scariest thing for an opiate addict is the time after directly following treatment or directly following jail, right? Because in treatment, if you're not taking like Suboxone or what's the other one? Methadone. So if you're taking nothing, if you straight up, have nothing in your system, no opiates in your system at all, and you aren't receiving, or actually you're not that you're not receiving the care, that's totally incorrect, but you're not really taking it in and actually thinking about utilizing the things that you learned while you were in treatment. Now, jail is a different story, and prison's a little bit of a different story too. But when you're in treatment, they're giving you all these sets of skills and these things and these programs that you can go to. One that I happen to be a part of. There's one that someone also in here happens to be a part of. Do we need to delete that? I don't know.
No, you're fine.
Okay,
so you're protected. You feel protected when you're in a treatment center, and when you're out, it's
if you aren't intercepted immediately. So this is why peer support is, in my opinion, one of the most important fucking functions of the mental health and addiction system. Now, if we could pump the system full of peer support specialists, somebody to meet the person the second they walk out the door, because there's not always going to be somebody from the program there. Often there is, though. If you really reach out and find a connection with, they call them sponsors in these programs, they'll meet you at the front door. Now, if you think if you're in treatment and you're going to use when you get out, you're not going to build that relationship with the sponsor. You're just waiting till you get out of treatment, because you might be in treatment because you were going to go to jail, but they go, instead of going to jail, you can go to treatment. Or they do go to jail and there's no one to intercept them when they get out.
Hi, Cam.
Oh, I thought, okay.
What?
Or parents make you go, or a girlfriend makes you go,
right?
Or
right.
So it's not on your not on your own terms.
Swear to God, I thought you raised your hand.
I have a question.
No, so you have 28 days. Like, let's just say one of those standard treatment facilities. You have 28.
Bullock.
What?
Wasn't that a movie?
Sandra Bullock about Biennale.
28 days.
Oh, nothing much.
So it's completely out of your system, and then you go out and you use the same amount you used before you came in, and you OD.
Right.
And if there is a peer support specialist there to sort of grab you and say, "Hey, listen, let's go get you lunch. Let's go get you a new pair of shoes and like a shirt and some pants. I'm gonna help you find housing. I'm gonna get you signed up with food stamps. I've got these programs that are available at the facility that I work at that you can come to every day." If you grab them the second they get out, the percentage goes up greatly. I think the reason why I even brought that up was because that is exactly what happened to me. And I went to a 28-day thing. I got out. I knew that I wanted to use. I used. And the next thing I know, there was a paramedic standing over me going, "Hello? Hello?" And I just opened my eyes, and there's a paramedic standing right over me like, "Hey, bud. Hey, how you doing? Hey, welcome back." Totally condescending as fuck. But these guys are dealing with a fucking epidemic of massive proportions of the amount of opiate overdoses that are happening in this country alone. And I'm sure he had already resuscitated like 10 other fucking people. And here we are again. You've got this kid who just gets out of a 28-day facility, and I go, and that's the first thing that I did was go and get loaded, and it was too much. And I shot, that goes, you can't, once it's in, you can't suck it out. You sometimes you want to, because all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that's a lot. You can't, it doesn't ever, it's in, and you have there's no coming back, right? So whatever it is, that's what you have to deal with. And I OD'd, and my mother and my wife were trying to resuscitate me while the ambulance was on its way. They said that my body had turned black. Like, it was so blue that my body had started to turn black. And I was, I guess, clinically dead for about 10 minutes with bits of air going in and out of my body. And I really hope, Mom, if you're listening, turn this off now, because I know it's probably a bit traumatic to relive this. But it's important that people understand that even a person as absolutely fucking done as I was, here I am 4 years, not a single drop of any mood or mind-altering substances has entered this body in 4 years. Now, I will say that it was crazy because when he was standing over me and he was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He goes, "Don't move your leg." And I looked down and there was this bar sticking out of my kneecap. And I didn't know what it was at all, but he's like, "Don't move your leg." And they basically had my leg like this, and they picked me up, and there was a stretcher upstairs. They had a stretcher upstairs, and my stairs go like, it's a hard right angles to go up this, and they were fucking taking me down the stairs as I'm listening to my mother blood curdling, screaming and crying, going, why? And like, "I thought you were doing so good." Like all this crazy shit, right? And so we're going down, and they put me in the ambulance, and I got my knee like this, and I go, and at that point, because they had given me Narcan. I don't remember what the instrument was, but when your veins are all fucked up like mine were, they don't, especially with the amount of time that I had been non-responsive and the condition of my body when they got there, they don't fuck around. They don't try to use the nose spray. They don't use the intramuscular. They don't try to find a vein. They just go directly into your bone marrow. And this particular instrument, it goes screws through your bone, goes right into your bone marrow, and that's how they got me with the Narcan. Nothing happened apparently with the first one. They gave me a second dose, and that's when I came out, and that's when he was like, "Hello," and he was like standing over me and doing all that shit. But and the last thing that I'll say that was kind of not just crazy, but really truly insane was so I'm sitting there and the doctor's there and they're like, "All right, we're going to go ahead and get this thing out of your knee now." And I was like, "Okay." And they had legit pliers and it screws in. So I still to this day don't understand how it works exactly. It must not have threads, because I was like, it screws in, but they were just pulling it out, and they were like pulling as hard as they could, kind of like the story I was telling Chris about my dislocated pinky. A very similar experience happened when they were trying to pull that instrument out of my kneecap. Not my kneecap, below it, like where the Auschwitz would be. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
so
such a well dropped. Yeah.
Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Tanner.
Yeah.
I got Auschwitz
Pitha,
Yeah.
Tanner.
They got Auschwitz.
All of them.
So
I'd always fucking karate chop them.
So yeah, and that story, I've told it so many times that it doesn't have the same sort of dramatic impact for me. Like when I used to tell that story, I could barely hold it together, but I had been of service so many different times sharing that story with so many people that it just sort of becomes a story over time. And I've been so far away from using now, and I don't know if you can relate to this. All the character defects are still there. You know what I mean? When I feel not particularly my best, now what I do is I go and make a fucking quesadilla with feta cheese, or I'll have sex, or I will straight up fuck my hand like it's a pussy. Do you know what I mean? Put a little.
Everyone has a vice, man.
Right.
You
It's
know.
better than shooting heroin.
Yeah.
But so all my character defects are still there. I just deal with them in a different way now. And, God, there was a point I was going to make, but, can you relate to the fact of, because you're about 4 months and you're about 4 years and 3 months away from it, does it seem almost not like your life? Like it was a past life almost?
I usually around the year marks is when it's weird.
It comes rushing back? Or?
Well, it's crazy that a little over 5 years ago, I didn't have a license. My license was revoked. I didn't have a car. I didn't have any of that, jobs were, it's just, it's kind of the typical, multiple DUIs. And You know what reminds me is when I'm like talking to maybe someone who might have a problem too, and they're new, like in their time, you know, and I hear all of the shit that they're going through. That's when I'm reminded, I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry about like an interlock anymore. I don't have to worry about like getting my driver's license. I don't have to like.
Or what crazy thing you said last night that you don't remember.
Well, because things like, yeah, exactly.
Or
well,
where
like,
did you put your balls? That was always a big thing. It's like, how many places did my balls go?
There was a time I was at Marquee Theater where a paramedic was asking me, like, you know, what year is it? Or what month is it? And I couldn't tell him what month it was. And ended up in the hospital with a 0.43 blood alcohol level. And they're like, you're supposed to be dead at 0.41 or comatose or something like that. Like,
oh, wow.
Damn.
And the thing is that night, like, I wasn't planning on doing that. You know what I mean? It just
snowballed. Yeah. Right.
Why stop? Like, if it's this good right now, it'll be a little bit better next time.
And
anyway,
that was a deep tangent. But really what that boils down to is the fact that you and I would not be able to do this thing. You wouldn't have been able to do this for the last 25 episodes. I would have never been able to do this for the last 25 episodes. That's the thing that really strikes me, is this thing that we've created together, like as a team, this unit that is stuck together over the last 4 or 5 months through the fucking pandemic.
Yeah.
Which was nar gabar bars.
Yeah.
Remaining safe and making sure that we felt like comfortable with each other and navigating our own lives and our kids and our wives and all that stuff. The fact is, none of it happens if you and I don't find a new way to fucking live our lives.
I remember like week 3-ish or 4. Remember when we all got to Cam's house and we were like, because we're all serious huggers.
Yeah.
We're like, what do we do here?
We're like,
yeah.
And then
that lasted about
it,
4 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll get it.
Yeah,
I'm getting it. I'll get it.
I'm
Fine.
getting it. I need it.
See, the problem though is I was out there getting my dingling wet still, so it was like I couldn't really feel. I'm like, I'm not gonna hug my dudes. I'm out there hugging slugs. You know what I mean? I'm out there hugging walrus.
You're out there slugging fugs. Strong hand, baby.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, we've been doing it. You know what I mean? And man, I remember early on you were just like, I don't know. You don't necessarily need this thing, but it might be better if you did this thing. And so quickly we went from, because we recorded the first episode, 9 times?
Yeah, no.
9 times, right?
Yeah, it was
9 times.
Legit 9 times. That's not even a joke. The first couple of tries were with the Goldies, the gold microphones, where we talked about Goldie.
And watch your mouth this time. Go suck your head. Dude, sorry. I know.
What's that, bro?
Ferris Bueller.
Oh, okay, yeah.
9 times. I don't know.
Your son
anyway.
has been absent 9 times.
So, and then you came right in, and one of the first things. See, the thing is like, you can anybody out there that's thinking about doing a podcast, do it.
You just gotta do it.
All you need first. That's first and foremost.
That's first and foremost.
Is just do it. You don't need a Hobbyboolin, but I'm gonna get back to that. You don't need a Hobbyboolin. You got a fucking iPhone or an Android if you're a fucking loser. Just kidding. The demons are inside. They're coming up. The demons.
COVID.
COVID, dog.
COVID.
Fucking COVID.
Fucking COVID. Do you got COVID or COVID? COVID. knife. So you can do it if you have a phone and you have headphones. You plug that in there. You upload a fucking app called Anchor, and you're on your way, and it costs you nothing. It's a free app. So if you want to do it, do it. And that's kind of that's where we were headed. We were gonna do that. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. One of the early on compliments that we were getting is how good it sounded for such a fucking rinky-dink
amateur
hour show. And that's because of you. It would have sounded like totally poo-poo.
Oh, yeah. We didn't fucking know. Turning knobs.
Dude, we are the turniest, knobbiest guys ever. Cam, I would be standing over Cam. He turns every knob. I'm like, do you remember where that knob was? He's like, nah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was just seeing if it changed anything.
How did you two never learn anything about being in a band all those years?
Oh, my God. Was Cam, you know how to do an amp. You can dial in an amp.
Yeah. That's different.
You're not quite Anthony. Anthony was, dude, the knobs were
on an amp.
On an amp.
Give him 7 knobs, and he would go fucking... He didn't know.
He'd be like, oh, it sounds so good.
Yeah.
One day it sounded great with all the knobs this way, and then he came in and it didn't sound great the next day, and it's Knob Town. So you could do that. Me, I have no excuse. I legit just didn't try.
Well, yeah, I don't play with those.
I see that and I just go, you know what?
Yeah. My brain goes.
I'm just gonna be over here. I'll do this part.
I'll be over here.
I'll fucking chant over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When we're
I don't want to go over there and fucking turn a knob. But
dude.
That was you saw that. I mean, right away, people were like, wow, it really sounds great, and that's because of you. And your suggestions and being like, I saw that this is kind of the thing that they use on this podcast. And right away you were sending me like videos of like, this is the thing that
your research. Yeah.
Yeah. For no reason. Just because you like wanted to help us. And that was
and do it.
And that was the shit. So, we're sad to see you go.
Yeah, man.
We wish you all the luck in the world, and I hope those fucking pens.
The Post-its are gonna get them through.
Yeah, those Post-its. That'll be the same stack next year. Fine. We wish you all the success in the world. I really hope that if you do get your real estate license at that point, like maybe the market's gonna bring it to market.
Take it to market.
These plants.
Bluish hue.
Then I could buy a house with a basement, and the basement will be the studio.
Hey,
and then Ellie, I don't have to leave Ellie at home.
Great.
You guys, you have to come out to the. I'll get like a. I was gonna say you have to come to the west side.
I don't know how many basements are on the west side.
Well, dude, if I'm making,
you're gonna have to go
Central
Central Phoenix, baby.
If I'm making bank, bro.
I want to get ass. I'm snapping necks and cashing checks. That's what I want you to be doing. So you can build our next thing. He's like, I'm back, bitches.
So, thank you for everything you've done.
Love you, Nicky boy.
You are welcome here anytime. You know that. We've said it a million times. We love you to death, and we wish you success in whatever you do moving forward. And I love you, my recovery brother.
I love you too, man. I have to get back over here to do the outro.
Oh, yeah, go do that. Everyone say goodbye to Nick. Bye, Nick.
Bye, Nick. It's been real.
It's been fun. Well, Cameron, tons of laughs.
That was a roller coaster.
Tons of laughs in there, huh?
That's a roller coaster. I'm going to miss Nicky boy.
Me too. Could always count on him to be here, sitting away, plugging away, turning knobs.
Now Taylor's got to do more pro bono work.
Yay.
Tay. And like I said, Tay, the parting gifts around here.
Tip top notch, baby.
Fucking top notch.
Yep.
Thinking about getting you some sort of propeller for a drone thing.
I'm good.
You're
I'm
good?
good for a couple more weeks at least.
Okay, nice. Thank God. Thank God.
We got a couple weeks.
And when we get a new knob turner, we'll introduce them to the podcast. We don't know who that's going to be or what that's going to be. It could be me. It could be Taylor. It could be Cam. It could be Tycho the cat.
The cat would do better than me.
Cause he's
The cat would be like, no. All right.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Dick
and Boonies
podcast. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you. Thank you. We can't believe you stuck it out. We can't believe you had no doubt.
Okay. Oh, you can tell while it's happening when this is gonna be fucked.
We will see you again.